Hi there guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks very much for joining us again today. Got a very short video for you today that will cover Wix versus WordPress. So a very quick comparison of the two different platforms and some very defining differences between the two that may affect your choices as well when you're thinking about which one to approach with regards to making a website. So you've got, as well, in case you haven't seen already, links in the description of this video to access free trial versions of both of these platforms. So if you'd like to check them out, you can click those as links once you've made the decision. Or I'd recommend as well trying both of them out, and you could make a better informed decision that way as well. So one of the ways that people tend to sort of separate these two platforms is that, Wix is a lot more user friendly. So you can see that, it's got a sort of built-in website editor and it's all drag and drop. You can add elements in and, sort of drag things around, and it requires no knowledge of coding whatsoever. However, WordPress does. It really helps if you've got some basic HTML knowledge in WordPress. It's not as easy to access for beginners as WordPress would be. That's one big difference, and that's a difference, not a pro and a con. So that does result then in design and customization being more creative, I guess you could say, and people tend to think that you've got like limitless control over the site's aesthetic in WordPress. So, that level of detail and being able to access that much stuff through the HTML code would give the end user, a higher level of detail and able to sort of further edit stuff. There's 800 templates in Wix, or over 800 templates, but, the themes and the ability, if you combine the themes in WordPress plus the ability to code, that would give you more options. There's a lot of plugins and apps available on the App Store in Wix, and some of the plugins in WordPress are very comparable. It's very flexible and customizable, but certain tools in the WordPress community can be a little bit controversial and problematic if certain plugins are known to be able to break down and things like that. By far, I've got a Wix blog in front of me here. The sort of general consensus and opinion on blogging ability goes for WordPress. That's not really anything to debate, apparently. So, whatever sort of comparison research you do between these two platforms, WordPress does come out on top for blogs. And you can see, like I was saying earlier, it's sort of known to be very stylish, very good looking, very custom sort of built sites. But both platforms are capable of making something equally as good looking, I think. When it comes to SEO, there's usually a tie between the two platforms. Again, Wix has basic SEO built into it, and with WordPress you'd need to use a plugin or an external piece of software, so that could affect your choice. It's kind of up to you, really. And then Wix doesn't open its platform to external developers, so it controls all aspects of the platform. It manages the updates and the maintenance and all that stuff for you. However, WordPress doesn't do that, so it requires frequent maintenance and monitoring, and if there's updates to the platform or the theme or the plugins that you're using, you're responsible for that. So that's one thing, again, that if you've got that kind of knowledge of web design and development, then WordPress sort of relies on that a little bit more. Okay, so they're just some of the things that the two platforms can be sort of separated by. And like I said, you've got access to trial versions of both of them in the description for this video, so you can click on them to give them a go. And that concludes the video for today. If you'd like more content of this nature and some tutorial natured stuff, give us a subscribe and like the channel. And thanks very much for joining us. If you've got any comments or recommendations for future videos or anything you'd like to see, you can leave them as comments down below as well. Thank you very much.